Hello everybody and welcome to a very cold day at Bury St Edmunds. Ooh, these winter mornings are actually quite freezing up here. Anyway, I just thought I'd like to introduce you to our garden because the other day on my blog post I included a photo. But to give you a really good idea of what we're tackling here in the garden, nothing better than doing a short vid. So I'll just spin around and you can see this is the picture where we left off the other day on my blog, and it's basically our small plot which we bought the house about 5 years ago, and we just got digging, and we just had a lawn and we just thought let's get it sort of planted so that we can actually create, as is the trend, some little rooms. And we dug, well, shortly sort of after a spell of digging I got pregnant. Now I know you don't get pregnant from digging, but basically the digging stopped and the growing started, both me and the garden, and I'm really pleased that we put in all the effort at the time that we did, because what we're left with now is quite an established garden where we get quite a few little birds that come in because they like the little sheltered bits round the back, but it does mean that our early intentions just went astray, because instead of just having one child in a garden to deal with, we suddenly had two. So where we actually once had the veg plot, which was here, we eventually turned it into a children's play area, including a little dinosaur world and a storage area for toys, and then we put in this play den. It's amazing what you can actually grow in a garden if you try, you know. But this weekend Mr. A has been very busy, and he's dug me this, a new little veg patch, which he's told the children it's an allotment. Yes, an allotment. Well, I've probably got the most easiest allotment in the land, and okay, if the children grow up with different ideas of what an allotment is, after all it is only about 1.5 metres by 1.5 metres, it doesn't matter, because it's a start, isn't it? Well, let's have a little look through the rest of the garden. It won't take us long, trust me. It's not very big at all, as you can see. If we just turn around here, you'll see that this is the area which we're giving over to the chickens. We've ordered the igloo from Omelette, and that should be with us in another couple of weeks' time, which will give us a chance to prepare the area and prepare our cats, and then in February we hope to get the chickens in here. So this is going to be where the chicken run is, and well, I think that's going to be a story that's going to be worth following in this place, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm just going to go on a little bit of a secret wander around the back here. This is our little secret path where the children get to do a few hide and seek games. And what we've got here is something that I'm keen on now pulling down. It's been pretty, but look, it's taking it over. It's a bit of a brute. It's a passion flower. I've just ordered some raspberry canes, and I thought we could actually perhaps put raspberries up here. They get full sun, and I'm sure they're not going to actually take over as much as the passion flowers. And if I go right through here, the other little plot that we have, which you can see over the fence here, is that little triangle there where you can see the apple tree. So I'm looking forward to actually putting a few more things in there as well. It's a little private area, but it's going to serve some use with planting a few veggies that hopefully nobody else will touch. Right, feel a bit like David Bellamy coming through here. I think the neighbours are wondering what I'm doing in the garden. As you can see, we're pretty much overlooked, and it's a typical sort of, I suppose, new development that we're living in, with windows everywhere, which is why we created these, you know, nice little sort of sealed off spaces that we could actually sit with friends and have a chat out in some shady areas in the summer. But we need to actually free up some space, and I don't want to free up too much because I really do like the structure of the garden. But a few things that we can actually get rid of is this cordyline here. That's actually just wasted space at the moment, and that too is becoming a bit of a brute. So we thought we could actually dig that up and plant some runner beans. That will be a good spot for that. And we've got this shrubby area here which that can actually go as well, so we can just do a little bit more digging, and we just need the weather to get warmer because I'm a fair weather gardener. Over here, this is our problem spot. It doesn't get much sun, and so far it's just got a few dodgy sort of heather plants that we moved from the veg patch when we turned that into more of a kiddies area. and we just transplanted them over here, but they've not really done that well, and they've gotten very, very scraggly. I suppose it's time that's been part of the problem. I've not had a lot of time over the last 5 years, but we've had lilies and some daffodils, and it really sort of doesn't come to much because the problem is it doesn't get much sunshine. It's very much more of a dark, shady area. So if you have any ideas, particularly for this particular patch, we can get a couple of rows of stuff in there, but I really don't know what to do with it. So your help will actually come in very, very handy on that particular bit. Round here, if you've ever thought about getting a wormery in your garden, or indeed a water butt, you can actually sort of hide them away quite nicely, as we've done. As you can see, they're tucked away, and all we've done in front of the water butt is just planted a bay tree in front of it to help shield it. You probably can't see it from there actually if I go closer. There you go, there it is. So if you are thinking about getting a water butt and benefiting from some free water in your garden, you don't have to actually buy something ugly that just sort of sits there in full unsightly view, and it'll come in handy. So yes, I'm going to get in now because it's very, very cold. But thank you for sitting with me as I give you the guide around our lovely little garden. And please, if you do have any ideas, just drop me a line, add them onto the blog, because this is going to be a project which I am going to need a little bit of help with. After all, I am a lazy gardener. This year, if I want the garden to work, I'm not going to have to be. I'm going to have to pick up my pace a little. So if you can help me keep my time out here, that would be brilliant. Anyway, see you soon. Happy Sunday.